Speaking freedom. Speaking freedom. Giving you the answers to be free. Be free. Be free. 'Cause we're speaking freedom.
So, I'm really, I was about to be upset because I didn't think I had one of my speaking freedom lighters in the car. I got, a whole bunch of these bitches and they be going missing. So this video is a video that I've been pondering upon a few days, and I may have done something similar, to what I am about to say now. But it will be a different version of the way that I'm thinking about it at this moment. So, I am in a new group on Facebook. I'm actually in a few new groups. A lot of these groups I join on Facebook or become an active member of is really in order to have a new observationalist view and to create a new case study workload for me to be able to discuss. So the other day I was on there and there was a couple of different posts. One about men vetting their potential women better so that they don't have as many problems. Now, that particular thing is something that I talk about all the time because I believe that men really sell themselves short when it comes to dating and even having sex. Like, I don't think that men realize the true value of their penis. The fact that they produce sperm and make babies. Like, they real fragrant about that. Now, and one of the things that I will say is that a lot of times I don't believe that men like women or boys like girls. I don't think that they're educated enough to know the power of their sperm outside of creating children, but also what it means to create a child and then talking about what people go through with their baby mama, baby daddy issues. But the main thing is that men, women, boys, girls, male, females are not educated enough about their own body, their penis, their vagina, their boobs, their butt, just like they're not educated about their mental health, spiritual health, and so on. But because we're not educated properly, it makes us not even realize the value of what we compromise when we begin to have sex randomly. Now, I'm not saying wait until you get married to have sex. I think that that's unrealistic. But the reason why it's unrealistic is because young adults, children, aren't educated about sex early enough so that they won't become curious because nobody talked to them about sex. And the same goes into the next subject that I'm going to be speaking of. They also in this group was talking about the male emotional wheelhouse and cheating and all of those things. And I believe that men are at a great disadvantage because they are not allowed to feel emotions at an early age without it seeming like they are being feminine, soft, or gay. And that stifles the growth in men, mentally, spiritually. A lot of times people think that men are narcissistic or that they are unavailable emotionally, when the real truth is that they don't know how to access their emotions, period. Initially, in order for you to be available to something, you have to know that that something exists. And if you don't know that that exists, then you will be clueless to the fact that it is accessible and that it is made available to you if you are able to tap into it. So, and it's so crazy because literally on Monday on the political show, we do talk about things that aren't necessarily super political, but most of the time we are talking about things that involve politics or whatever is going on in the media right now that reflects the discontent of America, basically. And a lot of times, Walt 111, a lot of times we don't even understand, can't even fathom the fact that now I need to go in the post office right now, but to check my P.O. box, but I'm doing this video and I got somewhere else that I need to go that's a little bit further down the road, so I'm gonna hold off on going into the post office because I gotta come this way on the way back, unless I end up going to the other side of town from where I'm at. But if I come this way back, then I'll check my P.O. box then, because it'll be not late enough for a new delivery, but I don't feel like getting out and I'm doing this video. Anyways, back to the story. So, in the group, men were expressing the fact to where that women don't hear their emotional turmoil, and I'm really talking slow because it was very interesting to hear men talk about it. Now, most of these guys are black. Most of them are speaking from a hurt standpoint, but to be able to give insight is what my job is, technically. So it was very dope to be able to express from a woman's point of view that men have gotten the disadvantage because of upbringing. A lot of the things that we blame on men is not really that man just decided to be that way or do that thing. It is a series of decisions and a series of things that they've seen that made them believe that that is the way that they're supposed to be, or like that is okay. Now, a lot of men give kickback whenever you talk about the state of men because they're used to women belittling their feelings. They're used to women not supporting their goals, their dreams, talking to them all crazy and shit. So in this particular group is a singles group, and I could tell that these men need emotional support the same way that women be always talking about and yes, I'm a woman, even though sometimes I might sound like my voice is a little bit deep. But a lot of times women cry about what they don't get and all of those things, but men are not allowed to express the support that they need, that they want, that they, you know what I'm saying, desire, especially from somebody that you're sleeping with and supposed to be in a relationship with. that is important, and a lot of people don't realize how important that part is. That is the most important thing that you will ever experience, is feeling supported. And a lot of times the lack of support starts with their parents, their grandparents. You know, a lot of times it's more the mom when they're hurt or bitter because of the ex not being with them, or, you know what I'm saying, bouncing out, and then they take that frustration out on their children. And we see it all the time. And, you know, not being able to express emotions safely is a traumatic experience. Not being able to just breathe, and especially if you're in a relationship, you should be able to talk to the motherfucker you in a relationship with. If you can't be honest, open, and vulnerable with the person that you're in a relationship with, or if that has happened multiple times, then at some point you have to begin to evaluate how you are selecting who you get into a relationship with. Because getting into the relationship is the short end of the stick. Who you get into a relationship with determines the longevity. So if you are not making good decisions just to who you get with, then you're going to experience more turmoil. And this goes back to the last post that they said about vetting women better so that you don't experience so much bullshit. A lot of men think that if you can get the coochie, then you in there. Then, you know what I'm saying, at least you got something out of it. But that part goes back to valuing yourselves more, because getting the coochie is the least thing that means that you in there. I always say this on videos. If all I'm doing is fucking you, and I don't talk to you about your dreams, your goals, where you want to go in life, not where you want us to go, nigga, that shit's neither here nor there. What do you want to do with your life? If I don't care about your long term and longevity, I probably don't really fuck with you like that. I'm probably just needing some dick and you a good sex pick. Aside from that, sex is the cheapest thing to me that you can get from a woman, especially a woman that actually has business about herself. Now, if you ain't got no business about yourself, or if she ain't got shit going on for herself, then sex might be the best that you can get. But you get a woman that got a brain, got a mind, that uses it, then sex is just a tool. To extend the narrative of the relationship, to help the relationship be better. Sex is not the creme de la creme. And even the reason why a lot of men get taken advantage of is because they make sex be the you know, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta have sex. If I have sex, then that means that don't mean shit. That just means that you was able to bust a nut. You can go and get a hoe out the projects and fuck. You can go and pay for some pussy, but you can't pay to have a woman to care for you like that. I mean, you can, but is it gonna be genuine? Is it gonna be authentic? Is it really gonna be care, or is it they just in it for the benefits? And unfortunately, in today's world, women and men have to be more careful about who they... I mean, it should have always been like this. Vetting who you get into a relationship with is top tier, number one on the importance list, outside of loving yourself. Because in order to vet correctly, you got to know yourself and love yourself to make those type of decisions on who to be with. Because if you don't know what you like, then you're going to get with somebody and you don't even know if they into what you really like, because you don't know what you like. But when you vet and you figure out, okay, I know what I like now, so now I can move, you know what I'm saying, like this, because I know what I want. You won't waste as much time with people that shouldn't even be on your line because you vetted them before. You know what I'm saying? And vetting means having conversations. It means getting to know. It means getting comfortable with. All before you have sex. You need to vet these bitches before you stick your dick in their clit, because guess what? You're gonna walk away with some shit and it ain't gotta be an STD. You feel me? It could be emotional term, or it could be damn stress that you didn't have before. Stop thinking because you get sex that you did something. Sex is a great experience. It really is. But it only gets better the more you know somebody, the more you're connected. So if you just fucking just to be fucking, then one, you wasting a lot of your energy on randomness. And if semen retention is a valid and real thing, then fucking 1,000 bitches just to say you fucked 1,000 bitches is going to shorten your life by a lot. And I mean a whole lot. But the goal is to educate men about emotional intelligence as well as sexual intelligence, because man, you only got one life. You don't want to fuck it up on some weak shit, fucking with a weak bitch and thinking that you lit when you losing in reality. So I want to start 2 groups. And right now, I guess I'm evaluating what type of, what I'm going to do with Patreon all together, because I want it to be where I create safe places and spaces for all type of people to come and relate and to communicate. I definitely have been thinking about something for women veterans. Because from what I hear, there is not a lot of support or groups out there for women veterans. I don't like group shit because it's too much complaining. But what I'm gonna do, if I do this shit like the way that I'm thinking I want to do it, my goal is going to be to list of ground rules. You're going to talk about your problem one time, and then we're going to work on solutions. You know what I'm saying? But I'm mentioning this here because I'm thinking that it's also important and necessary to do something a little bit more, a little bit deeper, and to start something that will help people, men, grow emotionally and feel supported. So, in closing, hopefully I'll be able to offer the type of help and support that people need sooner than later. Love you. I hope this was helpful. Be more invested to who you're investing into, like you do with your finances. Have a good day. We love you. Speaking Freedom presents Good Head Group, providing advanced spiritual studies and personal developmental insight. Brought to you by Love Gang and Speaking Freedom. We look forward to helping you grow in all the areas of your life. We hope that you find all the information needed for your growth. God bless. Please listen to all disclaimers provided. If you are currently under physician's care, please maintain that relationship. This is not intended to stop your current treatment plan. If you need physician care, please seek out medical attention. Please note, all results are based on the individual's ability to adapt and adjust to any given environment and situation. We are not responsible for your results at Speaking Freedom. The life enhancement coaches at Speaking Freedom provide information to help you grow. You are responsible for maintaining that growth, taking on and then applying the information to your individual life as you deem needed and necessary. This may contain and explain explicit content. Please use parental discretion. For best results, you will need an open mind, the ability to research, and a balanced lifestyle.
Please join us daily for your inspiration and motivation. We have the entire world to offer you at your fingertips. Your life enhancement coaching specialist. Thank you for choosing us to assist you in accomplishing your personal and professional goals. And have a beautiful day. In love, we trust. This is brought to you by Good Head Group, Love Gang and Speaking Freedom. We thank God for you, and we love you.